4 years ago, I was sitting in a doctor's office, listening to words that no one would want to hear. You have cancer. But today, I am living proof that life after cancer is not only possible, but it can be incredible. Hi, my name is Nelia, and on this channel, I share my journey of thriving beyond life challenges while I balance motherhood, personal growth, wellness, and my career in cybersecurity. If you're looking for inspiration, self-care tips, or a little motivation to keep you going, you're in the right place. Let's thrive together. Let's dive right into it. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is how I found out I had cancer. There was a year that passed by before I was actually diagnosed. My only symptoms was extreme itchiness from my head to my toes. That is what I went to the ER multiple times for. And it's interesting because they would tell me that I had mental problems or that I had a myriad of other things. I was given gabapentin, I was giving all types of different medication to try to treat my extreme itchiness, and none of that worked. I researched a lot, I looked at all my labs. I had to be my own advocate for myself because it was so deteriorating emotionally to not have an answer. It was extremely deteriorating emotionally because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have an answer of what was wrong with me. I just continued going to the ER and continued going to doctors and continued to do so many different tests. And it took a year for them to diagnose me with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I will never forget the first time that I went to the doctor to get this diagnosis. The first test that they did was a CAT scan with a differential of my stomach, and that is where they found it. So I was going to a gastrologist at the moment, and he said that I had markers of tumors in my blood, and he had ordered this CAT scan for me to go do. So I went on vacation, and when I came back, I went to the doctor and I got the diagnosis. So I will never forget, October 24th, I got a ticket that day. It's another reason why I'm never gonna forget. And the doctor said, you're going to need a good support system and you're going to need good health care. Thankfully, I had a job. So if I can offer anybody any advice, it would be an advocate for yourself. The doctors are practicing medicine and they're doing their best, I hope, but you know your body better than anyone else, and you should be an advocate for yourself. So that's the day that everything changed. I chose to thrive. I chose to fight. I chose to get rid of whatever was hurting me so bad that I had to be in the hospital all the time, that I couldn't care for my kids the way that I wanted to. So I decided to get the answers as soon as possible. As soon as I heard those words, I went straight to the doctor and I started talking about what are the next steps, what can I do, what am I supposed to expect. And one of the best things that the doctor told me at the time was get a second opinion, because this is a life-altering decision that you're making. So get a second opinion. And I'm so grateful to that doctor because I did. I went to Sloan Kettering, I had a second opinion, and I ended up carrying out my treatment with Sloan Kettering. And my support system was the very best. One of the reasons I believe that I thrive all the time is because of my children, because of my fiance, because of my mom, my dad, my family, my sisters, my brothers. I think that's the moment, that was my turning point where I decided I'm gonna fight this and I'm gonna do this because I wanna be there for my children. I wanna see them grow up. And whatever moments, whatever I get, I'm going to take. That was my turning point. So after I had treatment and after I was done with cancer and after I lost all of my hair, because I did lose all of my hair, after all of that, I now thrive by balancing a lot of things. I balance my career, I balance wellness, and I balance motherhood at the same time. And one of the things that I did after my treatment was I wanted to compete in a bodybuilding competition. And I went to OCB and I competed, and thankfully I got 5th place. I worked hard for it. I definitely did, but it was just like a rebirth of myself, of being able to be healthy and to look pretty good in my own skin. And so wellness, fitness has been a really big part of my life, especially post-cancer, because I work out and it helps me mentally, it clears me, it helps me maintain myself in good spirits. So that's why I love wellness and fitness. And motherhood, I balance it. I have tips for you guys, which I'm probably gonna do in other videos, but the only one that I'm gonna say right now is when the kids are asleep, that's when I usually work out. Or if my fiance is home, that's when I'll take advantage. So if the baby's taking a nap, then I'll go out and work out. So that is how I've been able to balance that. I'm also a cybersecurity engineer and I work certain hours, right? And so I try to balance that as well. It's a juggling act, really. So I try to squeeze every single minute that I can. So if the kids are asleep and the baby's asleep, then I try to maximize that time and catch up in whatever things I need to catch up on. And that's how I try to balance my wellness, my motherhood, and my career. It's not easy, and you guys will see as I continue to release content that is not easy, but it's doable. I can do it, you can do it. It's, again, we're gonna thrive together. So this is me living fully through wellness, motherhood, and career. So now I want to talk about the biggest lessons that I have learned. One lesson that I have learned through surviving cancer, through being in the military, through being in cybersecurity, which was a male-dominant career, I've learned resilience. Resilience is going to take you places because it's not going to break me. It's not going to break you. It won't break it. It won't break you if you have the right mindset. In my mind, I feel like because I was strong minded, because I was resilient, because I have had battles that I've fought prior to cancer, I feel like that is the main thing, be resilient. Now, the other lesson that I learned was gratitude, because I had no idea what life was gonna be or how my life was going to change. I look back and I had a picture, because like I said, I was on vacation right before I found out, and I had no idea what the world was gonna be like for me. And then finding out that I had it in the midst of COVID, right? So I started my treatment and then COVID hit. So I had like 1 month or 2 months where I was alone, and that was a whole feeling that I don't wish upon anyone. So if you know anybody that is going through this journey or anything like that, put it in the comments below. I want to connect. I love connecting. I love answering questions. Anything you guys would want to see, just let me know. The last thing that I learned was growth. How to grow from this experience, how to move forward, how to take it one day at a time. Life is short, so you have to do what you want to do in this life, because tomorrow's never promised. It just isn't. So I am here to hopefully help to inspire and motivate you to do whatever it is that you want to do in life, because it's just too short and we shouldn't be not doing the things that bring us joy and love. So like I said, if you or anyone you know are facing hardship, challenges in life, just know that they're grooming you to be better and to have a story to tell yourself. If you are on this journey of thriving beyond challenges, I would love to hear your story. Please put it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're thriving together and your story might motivate me, and I am hoping to motivate you. So let's do this one day at a time.